What if every sound you make, every word you speak, every frequency you emit, is literally restructuring reality at the molecular level? You know, I was having this conversation with someone yesterday about healing, and they asked me something that completely shifted my perspective. They said, "Elena, if everything is vibration, why are we still pretending that sound is just sound?" And I had to pause, because you know what? We've been thinking about this all wrong. We think sound healing is this mystical, esoteric thing, when actually, it's the most practical, scientific, reality-altering technology we have access to every single moment. Here's what I mean, and this might sound crazy, but stay with me. What if I told you that the frequency of your voice right now, the tone you use when you talk to yourself, the music you listen to, the sounds in your environment, are all literally, physically, restructuring your DNA, your neural pathways, your cellular memory, and the quantum field around you? Let me share something that completely blew my mind when I first discovered it. Dr. David Rein. He did this incredible research on how different frequencies affect DNA. And what he found, it wasn't just that sound could influence our biology. It was that specific frequencies could actually repair, unwind, and reprogram our genetic code. But here's where it gets really interesting. The frequency of love, which they measured at 528 Hz. They call it the love frequency. It doesn't just make you feel good. It literally repairs damaged DNA strands. It's not metaphorical healing, it's measurable, quantifiable, physical restructuring. And you know what's fascinating? When we're speaking from our heart, when we're expressing genuine love, appreciation, gratitude, our vocal cords naturally produce frequencies in this range. So every time you speak with love, you're not just communicating, you're literally broadcasting healing frequencies into the field. I remember when I first started experimenting with this, I would spend time each morning, just humming, just letting my voice find these natural frequencies. And I started noticing that my entire day would flow differently. Opportunities would appear, people would respond to me differently, even physical ailments would shift. So let's get practical about this, because once you understand that your voice is literally a pharmacy, that you carry healing frequencies inside you, everything changes. Here's what I want you to try, and this is going to sound simple, but the effects are profound. Start paying attention to the frequency of your inner dialogue. Most of us have this constant mental chatter running, and it's usually in these really harsh, critical, worried frequencies. But what if, instead of trying to change the thoughts, we just changed the frequency? What if we started speaking to ourselves, even in our minds, with the same tone we'd use to comfort a scared child? Soft, warm, loving, nurturing. I started doing this experiment, where instead of my usual internal criticism, I would literally hum to myself, or speak in this gentle melodic way, and Elena, the changes were immediate. My nervous system would calm down, my breathing would deepen, and somehow, solutions would just start appearing. Because here's what's happening. When you shift the frequency of your internal environment, you're literally changing the vibrational signature you're broadcasting to the quantum field. And the field responds by matching your frequency with corresponding experiences. But it goes even deeper than personal healing, because we're all connected through these frequency fields. When you heal your own frequency signature, you're contributing to the healing of the collective. There's this beautiful research by the HeartMath Institute, showing that when groups of people generate coherent heart rhythms together, it creates measurable changes in the Earth's magnetic field. We're literally, collectively, tuning the planet, And this makes me think about why certain music gives you chills, why some voices instantly calm you, why being in nature with all its natural frequencies feels so healing. It's not just psychological, it's actual frequency medicine. It's your system recognizing and synchronizing with healing frequencies. I've been experimenting with this in my own life. Like when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed, instead of trying to think my way out of it, I'll put on specific frequencies, or I'll go outside and listen to the natural sounds, the birds, the wind, the water, and I can literally feel my nervous system recalibrating. Now here's where this gets really quantum. Rupert Sheldrake talks about morphic resonance, the idea that patterns of information can be transmitted across space and time through resonant fields. And sound, frequency, is one of the most powerful ways to access and transmit these patterns. Think about it. When you hear a song from your childhood, you don't just remember it. You literally re-access that entire emotional, energetic, vibrational state. It's like the frequency is a key that unlocks specific morphic patterns in your field. But we can use this consciously, for healing, for transformation, for accessing higher states of consciousness. When we intentionally work with specific frequencies, we're not just affecting our current state, we're accessing and potentially reprogramming patterns that might have been stored in our field for years, even lifetimes. I remember this one experience I had. I was working with Tibetan singing bowls, and as the sound waves moved through my body, I could literally feel old patterns dissolving. It wasn't emotional processing. It was like the frequency was directly accessing and releasing crystallized energy patterns. And I'm curious, have you noticed this in your own life? Are there certain sounds or frequencies that instantly shift your state? Let me know in the comments what sound or music immediately changes how you feel. So let's talk about how you can actually implement this, because frequency medicine isn't something you need special equipment for. Although those can be amazing. Your voice, your breath, even your heartbeat, these are all frequency generators you carry with you always. Here's a simple protocol I use, and I call it frequency check-ins. Several times throughout the day, I pause, and I tune into the frequency of my internal state. Am I operating from stress frequencies, fear frequencies, or am I in coherence with love, gratitude, peace? And if I notice I'm in a discordant frequency, I don't judge it, I just gently shift. Sometimes it's as simple as taking 3 deep breaths and humming on the exhale, or placing my hand on my heart and speaking to myself like I would to someone I deeply love. Another thing I do, and this might sound weird, but try it. I'll spend a few minutes each morning, just letting my voice explore different tones, not singing anything specific, just letting sounds emerge. It's like vocal yoga, and it calibrates my entire system for the day. And here's something beautiful. When we heal our own frequency signature, we're automatically contributing to the healing of everyone around us. Because consciousness, awareness, healing, these things spread through morphic resonance. When you walk into a room operating from love frequency, from coherence, from inner peace, everyone in that space can feel it, even if they can't explain it. You become a tuning fork, helping others remember their own natural frequency of wholeness. I've seen this happen in groups, where one person starts toning, or humming, or even just breathing in a really coherent way, and gradually, the entire room shifts into resonance. It's like we're all instruments in this cosmic orchestra, and when one instrument finds its true tone, it helps all the others tune in. This is why I believe frequency medicine isn't just personal healing. it's planetary healing. Every time we choose love over fear, peace over stress, gratitude over complaint, we're literally broadcasting healing frequencies into the collective field. So here's what I want to leave you with today. You don't need to become a sound healer or buy expensive equipment, though those can be beautiful additions. You already are a frequency healer. Every word you speak, every tone you emit, every internal frequency you choose, is medicine. The question is, what kind of medicine are you broadcasting? Are you contributing to the healing of the world through your frequency signature? Or are you unconsciously adding to the discord? And here's the beautiful thing. The moment you become conscious of this, the moment you start choosing your frequencies intentionally, everything begins to shift. Your health, your relationships, your opportunities, your entire reality starts to reorganize around your new vibrational signature. So I'm curious, what's one frequency or sound that instantly brings you into a healing state? And what's one way you could be more conscious of the frequencies you're broadcasting daily? Share in the comments, because your insights might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Tomorrow, we're going to explore something even more profound: the Merkaba activation and sacred geometry of consciousness. But for today, I invite you to experiment with your own frequency medicine. Notice the tone of your inner voice. Choose sounds that elevate your state. Remember that every frequency you emit is contributing to the collective healing of our planet. Because here's the truth. In a universe that's fundamentally vibrational, frequency isn't just medicine. It's the basic language of creation itself. And you, dear beautiful soul, you're fluent in this language. You always have been. So speak healing into existence. Hum your way into coherence. And remember, every sound you make is a prayer, a medicine, a gift to the quantum field. Until our next transmission, stay quantum. What if your voice is the healing frequency the world has been waiting for?